And then so this is the official start of the shooting, all right? So from now on, I'm just gonna shoot and shoot and shoot.
So this song I wrote when our country became nuclear free. And the traditional name for New Zealand is Aotearoa. So it's about Aotearoa, a nuke-free zone. Hello, I'm Alyn Ware from New Zealand, and I'm working globally on peace and nuclear disarmament initiatives at the United Nations, with parliaments and with others around the world. Our nuke-free zone is here and it's going to stay.
You know, he was working in New Zealand. He was a kindergarten teacher, believe it or not, and he had this little ponytail and so on, and then he turned up in New York doing lobbying work for the World Court Project.
The first picture I've ever saw of Alyn was one where he has hair until his shoulders. He's definitely a pacifist, he's definitely a man for peace.
After setting up the peace education programs, I was also campaigning to make New Zealand nuclear free. Back then the idea was think global, you know, we're against nuclear weapons, but what can we do locally?
The work Alyn is doing is very, very creative, it's very inspiring.
We have the very great pleasure to present the 2009 Right Livelihood Award to Alyn Ware.
That it's morally repugnant to threaten to use these weapons of mass destruction against innocent people.
An extraordinary community has developed, coordinated really almost single-handedly by Alyn.
I think one of his qualities is his enthusiasm.
Are you ready? Let's go!
He actually believes deeply in what he's doing and can see the connections.
He's stuck with the issue. You know, he's been absolutely dogged in refusing to let this issue go.
It's time to tear down those walls, abolish nuclear weapons, and not just talk about it, but act to create a nuclear weapons-free world.
It's extremely contagious working with Alyn, and each day you're there you feel like you want to do more and more. So it's Caroline Leroy from the Basel Peace Office.
We have that problem of complacency. It's not in the minds of most young people, nuclear weapons. They don't see them in the streets. You know, they don't see nuclear weapons being exploded. They don't really, it's not so tangible. So it's hard, I think, for a lot of young people to go, what's really the importance of this issue? It seems a little removed.
It hasn't been so popular lately. It has been sort of accepted that nuclear weapons are there and we have to live with them, and some countries have them.
You know, people often don't pay attention to something until you have a disaster. Then they suddenly go, oh dear, we have to put, you know, traffic lights there and make speed bumps and all this sort of stuff after there's been an accident. Well, we can't wait till after there's been an accident. The main idea of nuclear weapons is to counter other nuclear weapons. So it's actually really silly to think that you're protected by getting nuclear weapons. No, you become a target. You're actually much better if you don't have nuclear weapons, and the nuclear weapon states go, oh, okay, we don't need to threaten you.
We're now spending more than we ever did, even at the height of the Cold War, with tens of thousands of nuclear weapons poised to destroy the world. We're now spending more than that. So, you know, the thing has got out of control. And we need a movement to sort of take back control and move the money to something else.
Hi, nice to see you. No, we're actually doing some filming. We're doing a documentary here. Yeah. Tomorrow in Geneva we're having a roundtable meeting of diplomats to the United Nations. We have diplomats coming from a range of different countries. From some of the nuclear-armed states, from some of the states that are called nuclear umbrella states, and then we have some non-nuclear countries. Some of the difficulties we have in working for nuclear disarmament is that countries, a number of them, still believe that you need nuclear weapons to deter like a big aggressive power.
And it's not just about how do you negotiate disarmament, but it's also how do you assist with those security issues.
The international initiative very often comes from the non-nuclear weapon states. They not only have to survive without nuclear weapons, but they have to survive without nuclear weapons when other people have them. So they can very easily see that a new world without nuclear weapons would be a better place. And they're trying to communicate to the nuclear weapon states that it's okay to live without nuclear weapons. So they have a frame of mind which is already open to this issue.
And then once you have made this choice, then you have another choice. It opens up a new kind of discussion that we are not only talking about nuclear wars, but we are also talking about accidents that may happen when testing nuclear weapons, or accidents that may happen even when they are stored.
Nuclear weapons are very much a political weapon, not a military weapon. And that's one of the reasons why it's been very difficult to eliminate them. It's getting really widespread.
It's really getting widespread.
My feeling was that people left this with the idea of this is good, we've started the discussion.
Perfect timing. And I think it gave it a real good boost to reopen it.
So I was quite happy with the event.
The timing was great.
Yeah.
Don't keep him too long.
You know, we are little busy bees, and we're drawn to this issue and drawn to protecting the planet from a nuclear famine. That's honey of the highest order.
Peace has got so many different ways of expression, and we're open to a whole range of ways, and we need different ways of expression.
I think the first thing and the most important thing is to create awareness that nuclear weapons are not taken for granted.
I think that young people need to be given a chance. They need to be encouraged and nurtured so that they can learn by acting.
We always have this concept that we are too small or our actions do not matter, and I think this is a misunderstanding.
So you have to be unafraid of looking that problem in the eye and saying, what is it that I can do that contributes to a greater whole?
We need the artists for peace, the musicians, the religious leaders for peace, the scientists for peace, the doctors for peace. There's no one way. Basically, do what you like doing and make it have an impact and make it significant. Make it have a purpose.